5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll tell you a brief story about our 200th anniversary, our bicentennial that was so celebrated, and network television was just blanketing all over it for that entire weekend. The 4th happened to come on a Sunday that year. And that was really appropriate because rather than having the celebration in the middle of the week, everybody got to enjoy the weekend. I had only been in my first professional job for 2 weeks at WRBL in Columbus, Georgia. I was a weekday reporter. I did morning radio news for our co-owned radio station, and I did the Sunday night newscast. So it was a great learning experience for somebody trying to cut his teeth in television. But the day of July 3rd, which was our eve of the big celebration that we had, there were all kinds of festivals that were going on around southwest Georgia. And so our boss sent us literally everywhere. We had 6 reporters on the staff, and we literally covered the entire ground of all of the small towns around us that were having these festivals. And it was great fun going there. I got assigned to a little town about 36 miles from Columbus called Buena Vista. Not Buena Vista. Don't you ever call it Buena Vista there, because they'll tell you really quick. It's Buena Vista. So I get assigned to go there, and I was told there was going to be a parade. So shoot the parade, see if you can get interviews with some people, and just, really blow it up. So I get over there at 9 o'clock in the morning because I was told the parade was going to be at 10, and I got there, and guess what? There was no parade. Thankfully, there was all of this big display in downtown, and there were people that were dressed up in early day costumes, but they had no intention of having a parade. There was just, they said we couldn't get enough bands because there was so much competition with other cities. We decided not to go there, but they hadn't told WRBL about that. Well, I knew I better get a story, and as it turns out, our congressman, Jack Brinkley, was there to give a speech. So I built a lot of the story around that. You better figure out very early on, if you go into television news, that if you have a story that breaks down, you better figure out how to come up with one anyway. So I did, and ended up bringing it back, and so they were very happy with it, even though there was no parade. The boss came back in the afternoon, and he said, "Well, how was the parade?" And I said, "There wasn't one." It happens, but that was one of my first lessons in television news, that any story on any given day can fall apart. Well, anyway, I hope that this holiday weekend does not fall apart, and that you enjoy, particularly since we have a whole weekend. I love it when it comes on a Friday because you have really 3 full days to celebrate. So I hope you've all enjoyed getting an early start to it, if you have, and then enjoy what it all holds for all of us as we continue our celebration. But right now, here's what's ahead in our final hour right after this.